My kid asked me today, "You're a carnivore, so you're like a T-Rex, right?" I had to laugh, and I was like, "No, I'm not a T-Rex. I'm not extinct. I'm still alive, and I'm here. I just like to eat my steak." I'm Jay, Canadian Carnivore Dad. If you don't know, fresh in from camp, got a fresh haircut. I am trying a couple different setups for my cameras to get some better lighting and stuff. It is what it is. We're going to move it around and try a couple different things. Touch bases on a few things. Camping, carnivore diet's a little bit harder. It's not exactly the same as when I'm at home, but it just presents itself a few different challenges because my kids always want to go get pizza and takeout and stuff like that. And it's not necessarily a terrible thing because, you know, it's a treat for them. But for me, there's nothing I can eat there. Like chicken wings, plain, take the skin off. Like it's kind of like where I have to fall into. But then I hit a grocery store to grab some stuff, and they had whole chickens. No seasonings, no nothing on them, just rotisserie chicken. So no seed oils, no nothing, just 100% rotisserie chicken. And I was like, I'm in. So I got to snack on this nice big whole chicken for like $10 Canadian. And I was like, I'm in. Like, that's my meal for the night. What do you guys think about that? What's your go-to when you're at camp or when you're not at home? Do you actually go to McDonald's and stuff and just order just plain patties, bacon, etc.? It's not too often I get to hit a restaurant anymore. I just don't do it because like 90% of the food is not in my plethora of what I want to eat. It's just simply not there. I did hit a restaurant one morning and I got an omelette with no vegetables, just meat. And then I got bacon and sausage on the side and a little bit of peameal bacon. Peameal bacon had, you know, it's enough little tiny bit of sugar in it that screws me up, made me feel like shit. But up until that point, I was fine. And I find myself really sensitive on any little bit of breading or any little bit of anything that's not supposed to be there. So like chicken strips, even if it's 100% real chicken inside of it, if it's got breading on it, it's got way too much sugars and it just my stomach just knots. Like I said, I want to know what your experience is in, guys. I want to know what your favorite on the go meal is. I have gone to A&W before and grabbed quarter pounder patties on the side with just cheese and bacon. It's a simple, quick, easy grab and go. McDonald's the same thing, quarter pounders, cheese and bacon on the side. My beard is kind of bugging me, I'm sorry. I got from camp and my beard was literally down to here and I trimmed it and, you know, gotta celebrate. Never killed the mountain lion, but I choked the cougar once. But yeah, I got a nice new little fade going on. It's not perfect. I did cut it myself like always. I do stay a little frugal in that aspect. Cut my boys' hair all the time. Never said I was good. I just good enough to get by. Got a nice little beard trim going though. I'm happy with that. Yeah. So I want to know. Let me know, guys, where you're from and how long you've been on carnivore. Drop a comment down below. Even if you're not following yet, make sure you just drop your comment. I want to get to know as many people on the journey. If you were on carnivore before and you stopped and you went back to keto or you went back to whatever, let me know what you're back to. I honestly am interested in what people, why they started carnivore, where they ended up, and what they're doing now. I really want to know that stuff because I ended up into carnivore without even trying. I started with a keto diet and I was like, I'm going to eat clean. I'm going to eat rice bowls and wraps and such like that. I was 346 pounds. As of this morning, I am 244, 43. It all depends on my water weight of the morning. But so, yeah, somewhere around there. And as much as I panic and I'm like, oh, I'm not moving. As soon as I hit that 100 mark, it seemed to like my scale seemed to not move too much. But my shirts and my pants and all my other clothes aren't fitting. Even at my 100 mark, whatever I was wearing when I first hit that 100 mark I'm not fitting them now. So I'm going to have to go shopping in the next couple weeks. And I'm going to have to get some new pants, some new belts, some new stuff like that. It's just a part of what it is, right? So, as anybody that does follow me knows, I am a single dad. I do have 2 young toddlers that live with me. I have 4 adult children that are all grown and I've raised and they've moved away. I'm kind of good at doing my job of a dad as much as I can be, I guess. Like everyone always tells me that, and I do what I'm supposed to do, and that's about all I do. Don't want no extra credit for that part. But if you want dad stories and you want stuff like that, and decisions I have to make when it comes to diet for my kids, they're not into a full keto or carnivore diet, but they are limited to the amount of sugars that they do consume. They are limited to the amount of carbs that they are consuming, simply because I notice a huge difference in their behavior. And that's the main reason that I ended up in carnivore, is because my depression and anxiety and ADHD symptoms were just played out, and I couldn't keep up with them. Like, I hit such a bad anxiety I've never in my life. I'm 48 years old, turned 48 last week. And it was killing me, right? So for 8 months now, 8.5 months, I think we're at like 251 days to be exact, whatever that works out to be. So like I started tracking it, and to me it's important to track, and a lot of carnivores say that it's not important to track and you don't have to. Just eat till you're full and you're good. And I agree with that, 100% agree with that. But when you come from somewhere that has bad habits, like your traditional diet of terrible habits, it doesn't hurt to switch them into a good habit. So a good habit is tracking. No matter if you're going to do it forever or not. Like, when you're tracking small little progresses, you can see, oh fuck, I fucked up somewhere. Yesterday I had too much this, too much of that, too much of whatever. And that's your main thing, is you get to see where you screwed up, and you get to analyze it instantly and be like, why were my fats so low this day, or why were my sugars so high, and why was this and why was that? And you could be like, oh, I get it. So like I'll use an example. My first day eating clean, I didn't eat nothing all day. Probably my second day, I really didn't eat much all day. And then come around 9 o'clock, my daughter was making some grilled cheese, and I was like, yeah, okay, cool, I'll have 2 grilled cheese sandwiches, no big deal. I didn't eat nothing all day. Those 2 grilled cheese sandwiches in calories threw me through the roof, and it blew my mind. And I was like, that's because, like, I never thought I ate a lot, and I never did. But those 2 grilled cheese sandwiches that pushed my calories through the fucking roof is the reason why I was gaining so much weight. Is I wasn't noticing that I had 2 or 3 cans of pop, which on its own are huge calories, and then I add the 2 carb infested, heavy carbed up meals, and they simply just pushed me through the roof and just made me gain weight and gain weight and gain weight and gain weight. I see an influencer online, and he had gained a bunch of weight and he lost a bunch of weight, and he was always like a gym bro, and now he's like, you can make these really good rice bowls, and you can eat really good. I don't remember what his name is. I'm not trying to throw shame on him, but honestly, what he makes, if I ate that is like double the amount of food that I normally eat. And I would simply just go back to the 300 pounds. I guarantee you. But I can recognize that, and I can see that not all diets are made for all people. Not all different little steps are. If you want to follow Scotty's fitness, follow Scotty. Scotty's funny. If you want to follow Peach Fit, go to the gym. Nice young guy, always hitting the gym. Went from being a heavier guy down to a fit guy. Awesome. You want to follow Sam Sulek and be a bodybuilder? Give her, man. Give her. But, you follow the regular guys, even though that they're doctors. If you're following Ken Berry and you're following all those guys like that, like, they make a lot of sense, and they're going up against people that are telling them that they shouldn't be doing that. That's misinformation. It's not misinformation. What you guys have pushed on us for the last 50 years, 100 years of nutrition is the misinformation. You can't deny results. You can't. I don't care if you take it to a trial and you say it only works in 1 in 100 people. Well, I'm that 1 in 100 people. And out of all the people that are watching my videos, there's going to be 1 in every 100 people that this is going to work for. That's the way I see it. And if I can help that one person not be depressed, not be anxious, not have crazy ADHD symptoms, not be a fat, lazy fuck, not be a fucking disappointment to themselves, I'm down for it, because I'm not coming at this with being like, this is the healthiest thing to do and this is what you should do and this is why. I'm coming at this with, my life fucking sucked. My anxiety was through the roof. My depression was beyond fucking anything wrong. And it wasn't until I changed my diet that I actually got better. So I'm hoping that, not only hoping, I know it's going to help somebody, because I've already got a few friends that have jumped onto the journey of eating cleaner, not even carnivore, just eating cleaner, and their depression and anxieties and other symptoms, IBS and all that other stuff have calmed right down. So like, share, and follow, guys. If you know someone that even just needs someone to talk to and relate to on that aspect, like I said, I'm not a doctor by any means. I'm a tattoo doctor. That's what I've always gone by. I've always gone by Dr. J as a tattoo doctor. I'm not advertising my channel as Dr. J because I don't want it to be known as misinformation. I'm not pretending to be a doctor in the form of, hey, like, listen to me and I know this medically. No, I know this personally. And I'm sharing my personal experiences and my personal adversities and my trials and tribulations throughout everything. If there's something that works, I'll tell you. If there's something that doesn't, I'll tell you. Like, I'm not gatekeeping nothing. That's the problem with everything, is people gatekeep stuff because they want to make money off you. They want to sit there and they want to be like, I'm going to sell you a program, and I'm going to sell you this, and I'm going to sell you that. And I'll be 100% honest, guys. If you go up to my links in my bio, there are eBay listings up there. If you click them, I make 30 cents. I make 20 cents. I make $1 sometimes. It all depends what you're buying. But I only pin up there 100% the things that I use. I have meal prep bowls that I use and I've used since day one, and I'm going to go through more meals and post up more recipes and stuff like that. It's up there because I use it, and I've used it since the day one that I've bought it, which is over 250 days ago, and it still works. And I've probably only broke about 4 or 5 bowls, and that's because I got kids and dogs, and my dog steals my bowl and chews on it. And other than that, they lasted. They went through the dishwasher. They've gone through everything, freezers. They are what they are. And like I said, I share the links because I don't make anything off my channels. I don't make anything from anything. So if you want to buy me a coffee, there's a link right here. You can buy me a coffee here if you want. You can just simply go up and click something to follow along in the journey. Like I said, the only things that are up there are what I actually use. So I'm never going to try to sell you something that you don't need. I'm not going to sell you a gym membership. I'm not going to sell you a course. I'm not here to do any of that shit to you guys. I want to genuinely help people to figure out what is going on in their lives. If you're having a hard time with anxiety and you can't cope with certain things, a lot of times it has to do with your diet. Not 100% of the times. A lot of times it has to do with your diet. I'm undiagnosed ADHD. My whole life I've gone and I didn't know what the fuck was going on and why I could excel in anything I did, hands on. Any job I took, hands on, no problem. Go to school and sit down to learn something, bomb it. I know it. I took electrical in school. I took mechanical in school. I took all kinds of stuff. And I know all that stuff. In school, I can't do it. I can't put it on paper. So if you put me in the field and I'm building houses and I'm doing plumbing and I'm doing electrical and I'm fixing cars and I'm doing whatever, I can do it. And a lot of that is because it's the ADHD. Your brain is just all over the place and you don't learn the same way as other people. And I get it. It's awesome. It's a superpower to have. But as I got older and I went through traumas and anxiety and separations and whatever, my anxiety went through the fucking roof. And I always thought that myself, not even a self-sabotage, but a self-reflection spot. Like I would take timeouts from people and just be like, I'm just going to sit at home and solitude to myself. That's the word I was looking for. And I tend to do that, self-isolate all the time. And it's not because I'm not good with other people. I'm good with other people. I can mask that shit right to the board. But the amount of effort it takes me to mask and pretend that I'm just awesome and there's no anxiety and I'm not reading every situation in the room at the same time and I'm not looking for escape routes and watching people's temperaments and people's voices. And like, I walked into a store with my sister when we were out on holidays in the summer, and there was something going on the other side of the store, and I kept looking over. My sister's like, mind your business. And I'm like, but that's my brain. Like, I everything that's going on, my brain has to scan and know, being aware of the situations of everything that's going on. So if there's a guy raising his voice at the door, if there's a girl over here doing this, if there's, that's your ADHD power, and you know what's going on everywhere, because then you're never blindsided to something, right? Except for yourself. That's the funny part. You're never blindsided to anything else in life except for yourself and your own situations. That's the one thing about ADHD that I can't wrap my brain around. I see so many people and so many influencers online that are in that specific niche, and that self mirror to yourself is the hardest part to look at. I don't know. Anyways, that's how the ADHD part ties into the carnivore diet with me anyways. And I know it's going to work for other people. I have a couple friends that have lifelong medical conditions. I actually have it's weird that I have a few friends that have MS and have had it for a long time, their whole lives, and it wasn't until they got onto carnivore diet and eating differently that 99% of their symptoms go away. And if you told me that 9 months ago, I would have told you were full of shit. There's no fucking way that doesn't work. There's no fucking way. Like, and even the shit that